let's move on to the reason why the Yankees won't be trading for Tucker or signing Tucker. Because of the Martian, Errol, is heating up on that frozen planet, a planet over from us, past that asteroid belt, and all the other things in between, and the moon and all that. Dominguez had a walk-off home run to give the Yankees another win. The Yankees are on fire right now. Dominguez is just under 800 OPS, is got a 120 OPS plus, which means he's an above-average player already as a hitter in Major League Baseball.
Yeah, I think league average is 102.
Yeah, so, Errol, what you think?
I think he's
I spelled his name wrong, 2 S's.
The
Martian.
I think he's a trade chip. That's what I think he is. I think the Yankees are going to use him as a trade chip if they need something
at the deadline.
I think at the deadline or in the offseason if they're looking to add another bat or a pitcher. I think that's where the Yankees go because I do still think Kyle Tucker is going to be a New York Yankee. So there's no room for Jasson Dominguez. If he really heats up, I think the Yankees have a piece that they can move to add a big arm or maybe 2 relief pitchers and an arm for a hitter like that. I don't know what Jasson Dominguez is. He's finally heating up. He's still young. He's 21, 22 years old. He's a baby. But the Yankees obviously are looking for...
He's 22.
What, 21, 22, whatever. It doesn't matter how old he is. He hasn't done enough for me to think that the Yankees see him as a future guy in the lineup. I think Jasson Dominguez is one of the most overrated prospects the Yankees have had in a very long time. Maybe you all like him. I don't know what he's going to be at the end of the season, but if he has a good season, like you're saying it, as the Italians would say, you trade him. And I think that's where the Yankees are going to go.
Joba, if you have a guy who's 22 years old,
as I say,
and defensively he's just not there, does that come around on these young guys, or is he going to be a DH?
I honestly, it's weird for me too because I don't like giving guys names for what they're supposed to be. But then when you hear an Aaron Judge say, if we're going to get to where we're going to get, he has to be a part of it. So we're not in the clubhouse every day. We're not in there. And if Aaron Judge thinks that, I can't go against that. And he said that. If we're going to get to where he's going to be a part of it,
so
is he going
Judge
to be?
Thinks he sees him putting in the work the right way. If that's what he's saying,
and I think obviously he sees it. It's obviously one of those things, and I'll say this too. Weirdly, it's kind of like a Kyle Schwarber thing because he didn't really have a position.
Yeah, converted catcher.
And Dominguez is literally he's not a great left fielder, right? And so I'm like, what do you do with him? As Errol said, is he trade bait? Or because then you have Spencer Jones, you have George Lombard, you got all these other guys, right?
Him and Spencer Jones are going to go in a trade. I believe that. I do.
To get a pitcher?
Yeah. I think the Yankees have an opportunity. I think Kyle Tucker is 100% in the Yankees' radar. On the Yankees' radar, in the Yankees' radar, whatever you want to say. I think that's where the Yankees are going to go in the offseason.
But they're not going to pay him $400 million.
No, I don't think so. Chance. I don't think so either. I think he's going to get closer to $300 million.
They won't pay him more than Judge.
No, I think
what it is.
I think he's going to get closer to $300 million. That's between $280 and $300. That's what I think he's going to get. But
I'm going to say this right now on the show. He's going to get $240 to $260.
He's going to get some.
All right. If we're going to make our bets, I'm going to say he's going to get $450.
You must be out of your goddamn mind.
For 10 years. Until he's 40 years old.
I say closer to $3.
Not because he's worth it, Jabba.
Fish, I'm going to fly there and
of
punch
markets.
you right in your neck.
Jabba, I know.
That's
I know
being
you're
nice, punching him in the neck.
Look, this is all
How about in the
Juan
nose?
Soto deal inflating the market value. And this deferred money
Don't disagree.
allowing you to add
That's what I'm
$100 million
thinking,
onto a deal, and it's kind of like funny money to the organization. So now everyone has to do that if they want to compete. This is what we talked about last summer. This was going to happen, and it's already happening. That's what's going on. So everyone's deal is $100 million more than they're worth already today. That's what's happening because of that.
Yeah,
so
but
people are making a lot of
so
money.
that's why I say $300 million, because a lot of people think he's probably worth between 200 and 240. I think he's going to get about 300. That's what I think he's going to get.
If you hit 300 and go 40-40 in a contract year, you're breaking $400 million. We're talking about Dominguez and wrapping up on him. If the Yankees do trade Dominguez, what is the position do you think that they need to most look at in a trade?
It's interesting. I think too early to tell right
Pitchers.
now. I would say pitching is the best way.
Pitching.
I would go. Obviously, there's a lot of concerns with the way certain infielders have played this year. So there's definitely maybe a market to look at that. But I think pitching is the direction to go. Marlins definitely. Yeah, that's definitely one.
Are we sure about Volpe, everybody?
No.
Volpe has some good
Because-
advanced stats on his side, though, that I think still can give him the benefit of the doubt for the time being.
Shut the fuck up.
Java, I'm willing to give a young shortstop the benefit of the doubt.
Advanced stats at the same time doesn't get me W's.
It's true.
And
we're
Anthony
talking
Volpe is
about
not the main
W.
reason the Yankees are
The Yankees
struggled at certain points.
The Yankees have a young shortstop coming up who's going to be really, really good, the Dominican kid.
So,
George
so
Lombard's
so that's my question.
monster.
yeah, he's going to be
If
a third
that's
baseman.
the case,
He's going to be their
he's
third
gone
baseman.
too then, right? Or he goes to second base,
Who?
right?
Who? Volpe?
Volpe's.
I think Volpe. I think Volpe, if he doesn't figure things out this season, I think the Yankees think to move him in the offseason. I think that's where they go.
I don't know who the guy is. Maybe, Speedy, you could tell me. But if I'm moving a combination of Volpe and Dominguez in a deal, and I want to get maybe a shortstop that's going to transition to third as he gets older and Lombard comes up, who would be the guy that I would want?
Yeah, shortstop is tough because a lot of them are really like either they're young players on struggling teams that aren't going to be traded. They'll probably either be signed. A lot of infielders, we've seen them deteriorate as they get older too. So that's what makes it difficult with the market right now. Obviously, the super lowest teams, the Rockies, the White Sox, they're not going to have any good value to trade.
I have a name for you.
What do you got?
He gets hurt too much, but the left-handed hitting Corey Seager should be transitioning from shortstop to third base soon.
It's
And
interesting.
he's 31 years old, and he
Isn't he with the Texas Rangers? He's not.
Texas
going.
Rangers.
He's not going anywhere.
Right?
See, the thing is,
Off-season,
if you
not
guys,
now, off-season.
Yeah,
if
he's
you
not
guys,
going
if you guys think that Tucker is a strong play, you want to take on another $300 million contract.
The Yankees
though.
are going to just fit in players. I think
They were
Nolan.
gonna give-
I think Nolan Arenado is a guy that they're going to bring to the team one way or another at the trade deadline. I think that's what the Yankees are going to do. I think that was the plan, anyways. Nolan Arenado will be a Yankee by the trade deadline, and I think the Yankees are going to trade those two pieces for pitching. That's what the Yankees are going to do. They have Garrett Cole coming back. They've got one of the best pitchers in baseball in Fried. They got Rodon pitching very, very well, but he's on and off every year. I think he had a starting pitcher and a relief pitcher, a top-end relief pitcher, because we all know Devin Williams isn't going to be
one
there.
more starter.
Yeah.
They need
One more guy.
starter.
Yeah.
They need another dude.
I think that's what they're going to do.
That's what it is.
They're going to bring in a big dog with one of those guys, or maybe even both of those guys. Remember,
I tend to agree with you, Errol.
Jones in Pittsburgh is not doing very well over there.
I'm telling you right now, they're going to have to give up one of those guys. I don't know if it's Spencer. I don't know if it's George. Whoever they're going to have to give up one if they want to do something to get a third end guy. They're going to have to give up one of those guys.
I agree with
I would just say also
They're just
maybe
not-
even besides Pittsburgh, also the Reds, if they continue being mediocre, maybe one of their young pitchers too is a possibility. They could trade for. I don't think Green, but maybe one of their
Reds
other young
aren't going to
guys.
do that. Reds are not going to do
I think they'll stay contending, but if they don't,
I will say, and you guys say this, they're going to have to get somebody that is big league ready.
I know
right
exactly. I know exactly who they're going to go after, and I'm telling you right now, it's Michael
All
King.
right, let's hear it.
It's Michael King. Michael King is the guy that the Yankees are going for. They're not going to be able to bring him back. And we all know the Padres are all in to trading away pieces. I'm telling you right now, Michael King.
I know you love Michael King.
I'm
but
not.
He's only gone six innings
It
twice this year.
It doesn't matter. The Yankees. That's a Yankee prospect. The Yankees love him. And Brian Cashman was very upset when they had to trade him because he didn't want to trade him in that trade. I'm telling you,
Brian
it's Michael.
Cashman.
I know you don't like him, but I'm telling you, Michael King's the guy.